Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market live show. Today is Wednesday, October 30th, and we have tons more great earnings coming up and all kinds of stuff happening in the market. So let's get rolling and see what's going on. All information presented here is for educational, informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. I didn't even see the heat map change over, but I'm guessing it did. It looks the exact same as yesterday. The big caps are pretty green up there, the Mag 7, and everything else is red. So I was expecting to see something different, and I keep clicking it, and nothing seems to change. So I guess that's what it's opening like. So Microsoft is up 1.26%. Apple's only up 0.12%. Google's up over a percent, 1.66%. Meta's up 2.6%. Amazon's up 1.2%. Tesla is down 1.1%. Nvidia's up a half a percent. And there you go. And like everything else is basically red. So, and Lilly is green. And I think they have earnings today. So let's get rolling, see what's going on, what's popping, and look at our Jolie's jumpers real quick. So here we go. Let's take a look at them bad boys and let's see what's going on this morning. Let me pop these up real quick here. I know I had them right there. BLNK. Let's look at it. Oh, BLNK. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you. BLNK. There we go. And it is just that was pulling back actually. They have their earnings coming up in November 7th, so they're a little bit down the line. BLNK. And it did pull back a little bit yesterday. It opened at that 226, came back down to 206 and closed at 211, 213. And we'll see if it's just setting up to roll back off. It very well could be as it ran up. So we'll take a look at that BLNK, but we basically watch that go from the top to the bottom and then back rolling back towards the top again. DBGI Digital Brands Group, we were just checking that one out the other day and it's just cruising up a little bit. It had dipped hard. That's why we were basically looking at it. And it opened at 14 and got up to 20 today. It's back down to 12. So as you can see, if you're not trading these bad boys on Web Bull at 4 a.m., you're missing the opportunities to catch any profits there. So that one already ran up and came back down. DJT, Trump Media is down. And like I said, it's way at the top. Let it pull back down a little bit and it'll probably set right back up. So, yeah, I mean, it's been up there for a couple days now and I've been saying it. So it ran like crazy and we had it at $13. So nothing bad there. DRUG. I think that one's going to have to come down a little bit as well. DRUG. That one was way up there and it seems to be pulling back. So drug looks like it's going to have to come down some. ENSC. This one ran up last week, the 22nd, and it's trying to run back up today. Let's see. ENSC. And it did run up yesterday as well, 33 to 66. I didn't even notice that. It opened at 62 today, got up to 64, and came back down to 47. So that might be it for that one. But it did run up again, ENSC. HAO, remember we were looking at this one not long ago. Good old HAO. And we were probably about 2 weeks early, and it's moving this morning 21 to 35, back to 24. So there you go with that one. And we were definitely looking at that. JL, this one popped up yesterday. I know that it was rolling. It went from like 47 to 87, maybe even a little higher. JL, what it do? Yesterday it ran up 49 to 88, and this morning it opened at 80, and it just pulled back a little bit. So that one looks like it's going to come back down as well. Maybe it pulls back down and then tries to get back up there. But at the moment, it's pulling down. Logic Mark was up, and this is one we've had and looked at. LGMK. And that one's looking decent. Kind of flattened out after the run up today because it opened at 13 and got up to 15, which is a pretty good little run for that one. So that's LGMK, NRDS, Nerd Wallet. We had just looked at this. What's this up to? NRDS. This one ran up yesterday, 1176 up to 15, and this morning 1488, and then it came back down a little to 1455. But Nerd Wallet we were looking at, and that popped up yesterday. So again, we're like 2 to 3 weeks early on all of them. And and now we're gonna really start zoning in and now on these great option picks and like the biggest profit hitters for the day. So fun. PHUN, another one was way at the top and had to pull back. So that one's coming down as well. And we knew that. We ran that from top to bottom and now top to the or bottom to top and now top to the bottom. PLRZ, this is a new one. It's jumping up there. I won't be able to see what's going on, but it opened up yesterday at 164 and got to 197. Today it's opened at 189, got up to 320, and now it's back to 172. So that's a brand new IPO and running up there. How about Rivian? This was pulling back a little bit, but I'm telling you, it's setting up to get moving. So Rivian is going to be looking good. Looks better today, just after a little pullback yesterday. Nothing crazy. SHPH, we definitely looked at the shuttle, and let's look. It did take a shuttle yesterday. Oh, I just wrote shuttle in SHPH. That's funny. Um, it ran up the Friday. I remember looking at it Sunday night and it was moving. It opened yesterday at 203, got up to 258, came back down to about 161 or 155 is what its low was, and it closed at 170. And this morning opened up even lower at 163 and it's at 161. So that shuttle did take the shuttle up, but now it's taking it back down. So that one we were right on point with. And STBX Starbucks Group, this was up, this gapped up, it looks like this morning. Let me take a quick look. STBX. And it did run up yesterday, 13 to 27, and this morning 26 to 32. So yeah, it closed at 27, so it didn't necessarily gap up, but it did run up and it shot up in the after hours. That's why I don't see that on the FinViz. And there's Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much. And a few of them are cruising, some of ours that we were looking at. And here's the heat map. Maybe it just changed over now because I'm telling you, it was exactly the same, but Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Tesla are green, and Apple and Nvidia are just a little bit red. And we're talking a little bit. Nvidia is down like a 0.5%, and Apple's down 0.18%. The rest of the market is kind of flat. Lilly is actually red. I'm pretty sure, didn't they just have their earnings, or they do? Let me look. They're down $76. Their earnings are today. So Lilly dropped big time coming up on earnings. It opened at 808 and hold on, let me look. Let me look on mine. It opened at 920. I was gonna say that didn't even make sense what it was saying over here. But yesterday it closed at 903. I'll look at mine, it's more accurate. Opened at 920 and came down to 802. And that is this morning. So yesterday it ran 898 to 917, closed at 917, and then opened up a little higher, ran up $1 and then came down over $100 to 802, and it's sitting at 827 right now. So LLY, wow, that one's a nice crazy one. And you might even get a nice pop off of it. So I'm going to be watching that. And they are a drug manufacturer. I think people know who they are, Lilly Ellie. And yeah, it looks like they might miss their quarterly profits. So you may see a nice opportunity right there. So there you go with that. And let's keep on cruising and see what else is going on here. What started STI? Let's look at that one real quick. Let's see what STI is up to. Um, that is up 39 cents. This one we just looked at too the other day, and it is rolling, huh? STI, wow. It gapped up. It opened at 30, it closed at 40 yesterday. This one, it opened at 38 and got up to 79. So it didn't gap up, it just ran up hard. It was wondering what the heck I was looking at, but yeah, it ran up pretty hard. So STI, we were just looking at that. And that one's looking really good right there and has some momentum. So keep an eye on that bad boy as well. And let's see what's going on with our SPY and everybody else, real quick. Our SPY is up 53 cents to 582.30. And it's just kind of, like I said, they're pulling back and just setting up. So considering that it's pulling back on the MACD and build a base, and the only day it really dipped down under the 20 was at 23rd, October 23rd. I'd say they're looking pretty damn bullish and hot. So the SPY is staying up there. And let's just take a look at the rest of them. Nvidia, that's down 61 cents. They don't have earnings until November 20th. So they're the only one. So let it pull back. Nvidia can pull back a little bit, and that'll be perfectly fine. Let's go through the other ones real quick and see what's happening. Apple has their earnings. I believe they are today or tomorrow, Halloween. Yeah, tomorrow's Apple. And it's down 44 cents, but I have a feeling that one is gonna, oh, it's trying to pull back a little bit, actually. Let's see. I mean, it's in the pre-market. I think Apple's going to be fine and moving today. If I look at mine, I think that's perfectly fine. Let's see. Amazon, that should be moving up. Yeah, there you go. That them options are printing this morning, baby. Up $3.91 right there. And their earnings are tomorrow on Halloween. So that was a beauty right there. Amazon, I'm telling you, I'm gonna do my video for the options. I've been putting a bunch of notes and stuff together, just trying to make it the right way. Because again, I'm not an expert and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm just trying to make it so when I make it, it looks right and I can put it out there so people understand it. So I'll get that finished. Meta up $12 to 605. Remember, I was saying it was going to get back to that six. It's there. So there you go with that one. And I bet Microsoft's up because that one looked good. That's up 855. So earnings are looking decent, and options are definitely printing now. So there you go with that. And obviously Tesla was last week, and it's trying to bounce back up, and it looks like it's going to try to keep itself up here at that 260 and get cruising. So remember when I said it was down at that 212 and 213 area, that it was a beauty. It was going to go 240 to 260, and it's exactly where it went. So, and that is Tesla. And there you go. That's our Mag 7. So they're looking pretty healthy this morning. I would say Nvidia is the only one kind of down a little bit, and that's fine because their earnings are next week, and that one needs to set up. So that's actually a beauty. Let's look at our GameStop. That's up 86 cents and looking really good. AMC up a penny and getting super bullish, guys. I'm telling you, look at AMC. That thing, that actually reset up to be even more bullish. Holy cow. Actually, that chart was not like that yesterday or even later on in the day. So that chart reset up to get crazy. I'm telling you right now, AMC is looking good. CHWY is down 39 cents. And like I said, let it hit that bottom. That's exactly what we were looking for last night. I'll look at it today and see if it's the bottom, and then we'll nail that bad boy as well. So there you go with them meme stocks. They're looking pretty nice and getting ready to set up. Let's look at crypto real quick because that was looking pretty decent this morning still. And let's see if it's staying there. Bitcoin still at 72,100. It did pull back just a hair, but nothing crazy. And it did spike up. I mean, it got up so high, it got to 73,612. And like I said, it could pull back, but they're getting ready to rip, and so they just got all the way up to the top. They got to make some room. Like Solana's pulling back a little. That top was 180. That's why it's pulling back just to set up some more. Cardano is going to get ripping now. It's at 35, and it's the 20 or the 50 and 100 are meeting, and it's getting over that, so it wants to get rolling. Doge is almost at 17 cents. I told you this thing's getting crazy, and my bot was going nuts. So I got the bot set up to trade these bad boys, and holy cow, that thing was making trades like less than a minute. It was coming in and out of a trade. I'll have to take a picture of that and show you guys. It's pretty wild right there. So that was going nutty, and our Ethereum is at $2,670. And let's see, it's over that 100 and it wants to get cruising some more. It's just getting rolling. So Ethereum looking good right there. So there you go with crypto. That's looking nice. And AMD, let's see, because they it went straight down. I know that. It was looking great. Honestly, Luis Rodriguez, I would watch for this bottom. It's gonna set back up. I think it was just an overreaction. And so yeah, I kind of feel like it was a little bit of an overreaction. I'm not exactly sure what happened with their earnings. I didn't look, but I have a feeling that's going to get set back up and try to get moving. It looks really good. It looked good yesterday, and it's just kind of flat right there, and it looks like it wants to come back up. So AMD, keep an eye on it for an opportunity right there. Let's look at our yin and our yang real quick because that Yang was moving this morning. The Yin's down $1.69 just as we were talking last night. And that Yang is up 19 cents, getting back closer to $4 at 371. Gets back to that four, it's going to really start cruising. And that's what we wanted to see. And there we go. So that's a beauty right there. I know Laptop Travel will be happy about that one. So that's looking good. And here we go. Let me take a look and see what's going on the scanner real quick. Oh, that heat map's changed big time now. I mean, a lot of flatness, energy's up. So gas and Exxon Mobil and things are up. Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon are all up. Nvidia's down. Apple is just up just a hair. So let's see, what did Apple do? Oh yeah, it was down 47 cents, but that one's going to be fine. And let's take a look and see what's going on the scanner real quick. HAO, we know that one. DBGI, STI, LGMK, NSC, DJT, a whole bunch that we've already looked at. LILM, that one's still pulling back. Remember, that's that Germany Aerospace and Defense one. I'll look at that today, see when it's setting up. VCIG is also pulling back. GLYC, it jumped up. I wouldn't mess with that one. It was way up there. I'm telling you, the Yang looks really good right there. SMX, we're going to keep an eye on that bad boy. SMX security. So let's look at that. I'll write that down here. We're going to keep an eye on that one real quick because that one's trying to get set up right there. And AMD, like I said, I think AMD is going to get recovered right there. Not the end of the world. Let me just hop over here real quick and see what's happening over there. And STI, STBX, I mean, not a whole lot to be honest with you. I don't IMTE, we were looking at it last night. It already jumped up. What's this bad boy? LLYX. This is an ETF. Defiance Daily. I don't even know what that is, but it's pulled back pretty good. And we'll just let that sit there because I'm not worrying about that ETF. So there you go with them bad boys. And yeah, I think it's just kind of waiting on earnings right now. And so we'll just keep an eye on things right there. We'll look at our laptop lowdown, see what they're up to. And then we did our crypto, our big caps, and all that good stuff. And like I said, they're looking pretty decent. So I'm not worried one bit. So let's see what our laptop lowdowns look like real quick. Let me find them. And here we go. Where'd I go? There we go. Let me hop onto my page. I know they were on there somewhere. Here they are, I think. Nope, I didn't see them. Hold on. Let me hop on Laptop Travels page and then I'll find them. Here we are. ADTX. Let's look at it. There'll be some that'll be trying to get moving. ADTX, I'm telling you, this one's, we've been watching it and it's just been pulling back there. So I've been keeping my eye on this bad boy because it is going to get set up here, and it's getting closer. So we're just letting it pull back, and I'll keep an eye on it and let us know. ALBT, that's the one I keep thinking is a flooring company. It ran up yesterday on the split, was pulling back. Let me look on mine and see if it's doing anything this morning. On the 30th, 327. So it closed at 347. It kind of gapped down a little bit. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as it opens. And it did run up yesterday on the split. ATPC, this one ran up yesterday too. And, or was that Friday? Yeah, that was Friday. And it's not doing anything yet today, but just pulling back yesterday. Let me see. ATPC. Yeah, just kind of pulling back a little bit there after that big run up there. on Friday. How about the Cheetahs, CTNT? This one ran up on the split as well. And yesterday was just kind of pulling back, could be pulling back to some more. So we basically know when they split, they're going to run, and then that's it. It's a quick run up and it's out. So edible EDBL, that one is pulling back here. It looks like it's going to be dipping down. It took a nice dip yesterday. Let me see if edible's doing anything right now. Not yet. It's just sitting there at 14 cents. So I'll take a look at it and see what it wants to do. FRGT, 80 pulling back a little bit. FRGT. And yesterday it was pulling back. So I'll keep an eye on that and see where it wants to go. Let's see. ICU. Remember this one? This one was a huge popper before, and now it's in the getting into the basement. So we'll keep an eye on ICU and see when it wants to recover, and we'll ride that one up. JDZG. I know we just looked at it. It popped up last week and a couple times recently, but that one's pulling back right now. So watch that one try to pull back. Maybe it'll hit that line and try to bounce. I'll keep an eye on that and see if it wants to. If not, it's going to be done. Leaf Fly Holdings dipped down. Was that yesterday? I thought. I think it was. Let me look. FLFLY. I think that's yesterday. Yeah, yesterday it dipped down and it was trying to set up right there. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a little dip and rip situation for Leaf Fly. Find this at the bottom, and that's a cannabis company right there. NUWE. Let's see what that's up to. They have earnings coming up November 11th, but let's see. I know we were looking at it. NUWE, and it did run up on Friday. It pulled back yesterday, and today it seems like it's trying to pull back a little bit. Not doing a whole lot just yet, but it did run up Friday. Looks like it might be pulling back. How about that chocolate factory? Back up 85, 15 cents to 285. I mean, the other day it was way up there over 350 or 359 it got to. Let me see if it's trying to bounce back up. RMCF. I'd be surprised. I don't know. But on FinViz, it does say it's at 285. It's just sitting there at up 15 cents. We'll keep an eye on it and see what the chocolate factory wants to do. But we were definitely in that one early. I don't even think anyone ever saw it when we saw that thing. RVYL, and it didn't have any volume. That's why. RVYL. This one's just kind of pulling back there. RVYL. Yeah, let this one pull back a little bit, and then that'll have to get set up when it hits down there. SGD, Safe and Green Development, that's up 23 cents. Is that today, though? SGD, let me look. It looks like today. Yeah, it is. Yesterday, it's been running up, actually. Yesterday, it ran up from 404 to 515. This one gets some movement. Friday, 374 to 535. Today, 342 to 365 already. Keep an eye on this bad boy, SGD. And it did split. It ran up, but it's seeming to curl through and curling up, getting on the 20. This one's trying to run like a normal chart almost. So I'm gonna watch that. Hold on, let me jot that down. SGD. All right. SVCO. I just want to take a look at that one. SVCO. I know this one was having that fish hookup. This is the one I was thinking of. I was talking about, and keep an eye on this one. This one's going to get moving. It opened at yesterday 660 and got up to 693. And again, it's going to bounce around as it curls up. And I'm keeping an eye on this one as well because I want to see if it kind of tries to run normal. At the moment, it's setting up almost normal. We haven't seen this in 3.5 years, guys. So let's see if it works. It would be incredible. And you would almost know right there it's a lock. But like I say, the charts have been saying it for 3 months. So I don't know why everybody's even thinks it's close. It hasn't been close for 3 months, guys. I'm telling you right now. So, and I told you guys that at the very beginning when it started to look like that. But anyway, TTOO, let's look at that. It's way in the basement. It could get bouncing very soon. And I want to keep my eye on that one for sure. That one could have been a bottom right there. Is that today's date? It looks like it should be. Yeah, it's up to $1. And yesterday came down to 90. That could be its bottom right there. and that's a nice pullback on this thing recently. And the 20s right there at $1.42. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. It's trying to curl up. And again, these things try to get back to normal. We're going to be looking at a little bit different chart setups, which is perfectly fine with me. But I'm just trying to keep up on the pattern. So that's why I've been jotting down a few different ones that might not look like they're the best, but I'm looking at how they're running. So more or less, I'm trying to get an idea, and obviously the big caps we do them every day, and they're a lot easier. So some of these penny ones, if they all can start doing it, and like I said, how the whole market was like, you're seeing a market shift, not just a sector. So it's a lot different. And that's why I think these charts are getting a little weird sometimes and showing me two different looks and all kinds of weird stuff. And again, I won't complain about it. It's just you got to roll right through it. So NVNI, I think that's yesterday's date there, but it's been moving up. It ran up Friday. It looked pretty good yesterday. NVNI, I remember we kind of looked at this one and it doesn't look bad, just a little flat. So there you go with our laptop lowdowns right there. And thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else like CDIO. Is it getting ready again, W? Let's take a look at it and see. CDIO, I'd like to look at it. It is up 3%, and actually it is flattening out there and trying to look much better. That 20 is crawling up. I won't disagree with you right there. It's looking much better. So keep an eye on that bad boy, CDIO. It is looking pretty good. Good morning, Jonathan. How are you? And SNOA. This one was setting up really nice too. I actually was looking at this yesterday and I was surprised it keeps pulling back there, to be honest, but it did sit itself right on the 20. So I think I might have just been a little bit early on it. And this morning, yesterday, it got 296 to 306, and that's where it closed. This morning, it's actually not doing anything. I don't even have my web bull up. So I would have looked to see, but I'll have to pop that back up again. I must have exited out of it and didn't even realize it. But yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to see this one start to move. So I'll keep an eye on it. It's not necessarily doing anything today. At least I don't see it doing anything today. But it did close real healthy yesterday. I remember we looked at it last night. So I will look at that one as well. Let's look at a couple others that I couldn't really get a good look at last night, like Hood. I just put HOOD. I put HOD. Robinhood. Let's see what it's doing. It's up 9 cents. They have their earnings today, and it's just flat at the top. I mean, you want to give a more difficult look than that. I mean, it's crazy. Could go either which way. I kind of feel like at the moment it wants to pull back, but not even that much. So we're talking some of these companies could have missed their earnings and still be setting up because the market's trying to shift. And then so we're seeing weird stuff go on. I mean, Tesla didn't necessarily beat their expectations, but flew up. Ford wasn't terrible and flew down. So you're just seeing some goofy stuff off of these earnings. And it's obviously we have a ton of earnings coming in the week before an election. It's kind of crazy that all of them are reporting right now. It is always set up that way, but it just so happens. And so yeah, we have a lot of interesting stuff going on, but Ford right now is at what 1041-ish. Let me see if it's doing anything on mine. The 30th 1044 to 1046 and sitting at 1041 and just kind of flattened out. It could have been yesterday, it could have been its bottom and it's trying to pop back up. So I'm going to keep an eye on Ford as well. And so we'll look at that one as the day goes on. And let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Let me just take a quick look, see what's happening here. Our stories, our news stories, stocks have rarely been this expensive versus bonds. Now, UBS expects that to change. U.S. futures steady as Alphabet jumps 5% on earnings. Why does bull market feels weird? Yeah, it does. And Asia shares stumble on China anxiety and gold and Bitcoin rally. So there you go. And like I said, that Yang looks really good right now. So it's back up to 371, up 19 cents, and it is looking pretty healthy right there. So there you go. I think we nailed it all. We did our Jolie's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns. We did the SPY and the big caps. We looked at crypto. We went through the messages and let me know if you guys want to see anything else. I'm going to hop over on the stock twits, just see what's going on over there real quick. And we'll see what's happening here. Let me look and see what's trending. AMD, DJT, Lilly, LLY, Google, GameStop, Snap. Remember, we were looking at that. That looked good yesterday, and it did pop up over 10%. So Snap did jump up, but it got up to the top there. Art Reddit is up like 21%. We were looking at it last night. ASPI, I'm not sure what that is. ASP Isotopes, that one's running up, but it's way in the top, so it's just a momentum play. And MNKD, what's that? Mankind. I've traded this one before. It's setting up to be pretty damn bullish, so you keep your eye on that. That's a biotech company, and ENVX. Let's see that one. ENVX. That's up like 62 cents and setting up. I'll have to take a look at that one. So you don't want to chase it just yet. But there you go. And how about that OKLO? That one's up just blasting through. So it's up to like 27.42. And we were looking at that the other day, and it's well over 100% now. S dot still running up. The Yang's moving and a few other CDIO. And we have some. Let's look at that railroad one real quick, RVSN, because this one's been catching my eye and I didn't put it on the list last night. I kind of forgot. So hold on, RVSN. Let's see. I think this one's going to get set up, guys. So we're going to keep an eye on that railroad one. It looks like the 20 is right there coming down for it, and things are starting to look pretty good for it. So keep your eye on that. And TTOO is looking pretty decent down there as well. So we have a bunch that are looking good. And there you go. I would say that's a decent pre-market. And like I said, it's just kind of cruising along, not doing anything crazy. There's a ton of earnings. Google reported and it went up, so it kind of helped everything out. The rest of the market's flat, and now we're really going to start off some earnings today because now you have what? Google was today. I know we have Apple's today and a bunch of other ones. So we have so many going on that it's going to be pretty wild there. So I know Apple is today for sure, and that's down 42 cents, but I'm telling you, it'll probably bounce back. Oh, no, they're tomorrow on Halloween. Which one? I forget which ones are today. Meta and Microsoft are today. Hold on. I think they are the 30th. Yeah, Meta and Microsoft are today, and Meta's way up there and Microsoft is way up. So both of them are way up on their earnings. So that helps. They're just pushing the market and keeping it rolling. And it's just kind of transforming and doing its thing. So just an odd time, but you just got to roll through it. We'll hit these few poppers here and we'll keep on rocking and rolling as it sets up to get really wild. So there you go. That's our pre-market. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Lock in those profits and trade smart. I'll be around. Let me know if you want to see anything, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good day, everybody.